This is day 86, and in this video, I'm gonna talk about how to solo clutch in endgame. So right here, my teammate's dead, and I have decent mats, 86 builds. All I need is one more refresh, and I can get a top 10 this game, right? I have 2 slurps, which is good, and then zone pulls, and I'm in a really bad spot. But I decide to play slurps here, which is most likely the right play here because it's so congested around me, and like there's just so many builds. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to go up and over, and I'm just like, all right, let me just play my slurp. Now, the first mistake I make here is I have a slurp popped for a reason. So if we want to like maximize this jetpack, all I should do now is land down here. Land down here, tank whites, maybe even go for this loot. I don't know. I think that's a play for sure. I could go for the loot and then come back in here, and then I could pop another slurp again. But what I do, which is bad, is because I realize I'm going to land really deep, I land up here, which isn't the worst play in the world, but then I haven't really moved that much, and I have to start dropping. So now I have to use a lot more builds. And now I'm chilling, but I could have been in a much better spot. And as you can see, because this this top right side was expanding side, so like the left side is zone, I landed on the left side, right? I landed here, and the whole zone was on my right, but now I'm on the right side of zone. So what I should have done is, instead of rotating, where did I go? I did backwards ramps this way. Instead of doing that, I should have exited my box out the left. Went out the left and then boxed here, because it's so less congested on this side compared to this side. Like, you're just bound to get shot in the back over here. It's so much more congested. So then I get maxed by this guy. And then this team here is that I get maxed. So then they start smacking on me. So then I have to get out, and I have to use more builds. So now I went from 89 builds and max HP to now 2 bigs and 1 slurp. Now I'm so low, I can't even pop my big fully. I have 10 builds left, and my game is basically over because of 2 mistakes I made. Is when I popped the slurp, I didn't fully tank zone to get a good position in front side. And second of all, I rotated through congested and like closing side instead of going and wrapping around and going to expanding side. And that's what costed me this game. And I only got 19th when I could have clutched up a top 10. So here my teammate died, and I know that there's a duo in this building and they're trying to play low. And obviously I need a kill, right? So I think it's good that I go for this play instead of just boxing up. But the way I do it is kind of bad. So I know they can't exit the sides unless they break through. Well, they could exit from over here, but like, I didn't even see that. But most likely they're going to come through the door, right? What I should have done is like built a wall here and like piece this box, which forces them to go out the side or go up. But instead I like sit behind the door, and then by the time I already get here, they're already here, and then he pieces me up, which is, it's just over. So if I was sitting here and they couldn't piece me, then I could have probably got a kill if they weren't aware, or they would have got off my lair and I would have been fine. But because I went up to the door, like let's say he didn't see me, right, and I sat behind the door, I'm probably still dead because it's a 2v1, and if I get pieced, there's 2 of them. I'm probably not going to kill them. So like I have to play range here, and I can't get in their face, and that's exactly what happens. And yeah, they placed the stair and then the wall, and then now it's GG's, and I should have played range, and I would have got probably a top 3 this game. What I do good here is, instead of like running through congestion because I pulled back, what I did instead was I wanted to like run first, then jetpack. But the problem is, because like, yeah, there was a team right behind us, and like I knew this guy might try to grief us, so I was trying to run. But like obviously people could be in these builds, and this time a kid just happened to be in this cone. And like, if this was a duo, let's say there's one guy in this cone and then there's the guy holding this floor or something, ended me down, I would have been fully dead, you know? So I need to be more careful. I can't just run on these builds and now expect someone to be here. Like, you know that there's gonna be no one here because this is heights builds. Like, if they're camping here, well, GG's. But like, you can run here for free, but I can't just run on that cone and expect no one to be there. or like any of these floors because it literally just pulled back. So that means people are going to be in their old boxes and waiting for the zone and then to jetpack. So yeah, I can't run like that and be so careless when running endgame. So on day 86, I played a bunch of games, probably like over 10 stream games, but clearly I didn't really go over them because I'm low-key just kind of cooked. Like my brain's not really working right now. I just played a 3 hour tournament. Like I'm tired, bro. And also in the morning, I was trying to VOD, but Syrian was broken, so that's not my fault. I would have definitely VODed more, but like I'm kind of just like cooked right now, so I'm not really focused. That's why I'm not gonna VOD a lot of games. There's no point. But it was a good day. I played 7 games. I played 3 sessions of vitals. We got into lobby 1 in the first session, but we ended up getting moved off our drop. So then we just backed out because we're like, bro, like I didn't even know they're allowed to do that. So we only played 1 game in session 1. But after that, the next session, my teammate said he couldn't play, and then I actually got the courage to go play with the Phil because I always just make excuses of why I'm not gonna play with the Phil. I finally played with the Phil. It didn't go that well, but there was mistakes I made that I got better from playing it, obviously. So that was good. And then yeah, we played. I played all 3 sessions. It was a good day, and I finally went to bed on time. Why? Because I what I like to do right now is I VOD mostly in the morning, and then at night, anything left over or like any editing or whatever, I can do it at night. And then that way, I don't do some dumb shit before bed, like playing GTA 5. So then there's no like artificial dopamine that I'm getting, you know? So then I go to bed on time, which means I'm going to play better the next day. I get better sleep. And then it snowballs. It can be really good or really bad depending on how I do with my habits. So that was a good day, and that was day 86.